This is episode 1 of Inky Studio Diaries. I'm Una, an artist who draws cozy little shopfronts from all over the world. But this time I'm creating something a bit closer to home. After a big life shift last year, I moved into this apartment to start fresh at 34. And now I'm slowly turning this one bedroom space into a cozy art studio. I have never done renovations before, but with a cup of coffee and a lot of YouTube renovation tutorials, I'm figuring it out one step at a time. So come along for the journey. Since this is the first episode, I thought I will properly introduce myself. So hi, I'm Una. I created Inky Paper House, my brand, where I draw shopfronts, mostly with ink and watercolor. A little backstory of what I'm doing here. Last year in August, after a breakup, I moved into this apartment to start fresh. Honestly, it was a really hard time for me. I didn't know what will happen next, but since then I started my driving lessons and got my driver's license in January, so yay, happy about that. I took my first ever solo trip to Italy, Naples. I have been in the city 3 times already, my favorite city in the whole world. I did a lot of walking, took a lot of photos, ate a lot of pizza, and I even took a pasta making class, which was amazing. That trip gave me so much confidence in myself, so I'm pretty happy about that also. So what's next? As this is a 1-bedroom apartment, I am always drawing in the kitchen, where we are now. But I want to create the 1 bedroom into art studio and bedroom. Now I'm showing you how the room looks at the moment. It's completely a mess. I have taken down wallpaper from 3 walls. Yesterday I took down first coat of this wallpaper. I will work on it today more. I saw on YouTube you need to moisture it 2 times and then it will soften the glue and you can take the paper down. My plan is to put the art studio in that corner because that's where the light is, and then there will be shelves and the bedroom part will be here. That will go over here. So big plans. Now I put on the screen a little animation I made to showcase what needs to be done and how it will look at the end. Well, not exactly like this. The table I want a lot bigger, but I hope you can see the idea. But now let's work on this and then move to work on those patches. I started by taking down all these postcards and the shelf before taking down the first coat of the wallpaper. As I said previously, I learned on YouTube that you need to wet the paper 2 times to soften the glue. And now I just use warm water and a sponge to moisture the paper and then take it down. I don't know if what I'm doing is correct, but I got the job done. So I think that's all that matters. I was able to buy this wall primer because I created a coloring page with tutorials for free. But if you donate, then you will support my art studio dream. And I want to thank these people who already supported me. I also put the link to coloring page in the description box. But now, let's prime the wall. I am priming only these little holes I want to plaster. After the plastering and sanding, I will use the primer for all the room, walls, ceiling, everything. It is the next day. I already had 2 cups of coffee. A lot has changed in the room since yesterday. It is almost empty now, so it will be easier to work on it. Those patches I primed yesterday has dried, so now it is time to plaster them. I don't know how to do it, but I watched like 5 YouTube tutorials, so let's hope this works out. I'll be using this plaster, which is pre-made. You don't need to mix it with water, which is perfect for beginners like me. And these 2 things, which I also bought from the money you some people donated. So thank you, and let's start. When you see the next clips, please don't judge what I'm doing here. I am not a plastering master. I'm just doing my best and what I learned from YouTube tutorials. The plastering is done. This is how it turned out. I think for the first time it looks okay. Of course, it can be better, but yeah, as this is the first time, I think it will do. Now I will need to wait for it to dry. I think that will happen tomorrow, and sand it down, and then I will prime walls, ceiling, everything, and then the wallpaper will go on also on the ceiling. I hope to see you next week when all those things will happen. And now I will go make a cup of coffee and leave you here. And thank you for watching, and hope to see you next week. Bye.